Let's now shift our attention over to Bengaluru. Students of Bengaluru have protested against the construction of a temple on the campus. They alleged that the BBMP was constructing a temple without getting the required authorization for it, and that it is encroaching the university land and would hence affect the academic environment at the university. Now, the university has brought the construction work to a halt and has assured students that they would be consulted before a final decision is made on this matter. Let's also bring you a Ground Zero report.
From past 2 days, Bengaluru University students are protesting against BBMP. They are alleging that BBMP, that's Bruhat Bengaluru Mahanagara Palike, is unauthorizedly constructing the temple here at their university land, because now they say that this will actually create a problem for their academic environment. So now the whole backdrop of this story is basically, as part of the BBMP project, the road widening project will take place shortly, and thus the temple that we are showing you in the visual there will actually be switched from there to this particular location here. But now meanwhile, the students are up in arms saying that the BBMP will have to stop this construction of the temple, because this is going to create a problem for the students, as there will be regular movements of the locals. But meanwhile, BBMP is continuing their construction work of the temple. But on the other hand, students are also continuing their protest.
All right, so this indeed comes as yet another shocker at a time when the IT city of the country has been flooded. All the BBMP can think of is constructing a temple on the university campus instead of providing or targeting better amenities and facilities for the students. The government also seems to have its misplaced priorities. For more details, let's quickly go across to our correspondent Ritu, who is joining us live on this broadcast and has also brought us this report. Ritu, as I was stating earlier, this incident is yet another incident of misplaced priorities of not just the BBMP but of the government as well, considering it's happening at a time when Bengaluru is seeing some catastrophic floods.
Yes, exactly. So you see, Karnataka state government is once again under scanner, but yes, the state is in news for all the wrong reasons. But now this time, you see, Bengaluru University students are protesting, saying that BBMP is constructing illegally, a structure, a temple structure on the premises of the Bengaluru University itself, for which they are opposing. The protest is on from past 2 days, and they said that they also say that they won't be stopping this protest over here. The protest will continue further as well. They are likely to discuss this in their meeting as well with the vice-chancellor and the other officials of the university, along with the student union members. But with all that, I've been joined from the students itself. We'll also have a word with them to what their demand is. So what is your demand? What exactly is happening on the premises?
Actually, since 2 days, there is a huge disturbance in the campus regarding the temple construction, which is completely illegal as per the law. See, Supreme Court has given clear verdict that there is no chances of, there is no possibilities to any administrative office to build a religious structure in the government premises. As like the government institute Bangalore University, there is no provision to build any religious structure. So we are demanding not to construct a temple into the Bangalore University premises. So we are requesting the government as well the registrar administrations to stop the construction work right now and wait for the suitable place where the syndicate.
Sir, are you saying that it's a political game too?
Not exactly. Some of the politicians are strongly involved in the procedure, and the state government has the concern about it. Even though they are informed, they are not intervening into the subject. It means we can clearly say that the government also wanted to build a temple in the campus. This is what we feel it.
But sir, how exactly will this temple construction disturb students?
Actually, see, one thing I need to tell. So the either maybe a BBMP or government or syndicate, under which law they draw the power to construct the temple here. So they does not have any kind of power. One thing is, India is secular. So here all religions are equal, and religious institutions are not meant for this political game and all these things. So usually, for example, if today if they construct the temple, So tomorrow some other groups, they may rise and they ask the question to construct the other religious structure. It may be a church or like that. So does university allow all these things? Or does government allow all these things, religious structures in the
But
education
sir, it's
system?
the state government as well which has given the permission for the
Yeah,
construction.
state government given the permission to construct. On which law I am asking the government? See, here already one old temple is there. They try to relocate that thing anyway, relocating. I'm asking why only university? Why they want to relocate to the university? Let them to have some other places. Their own, here some other politicians are there. Let them to construct the temple in their own places. Why university?
Sir, but for the same issue, you are also going to discuss this in your meeting with your vice-chancellor and the other non-teaching
Yes, yes.
and the teaching staff as well.
Yes.
The student unions too will be present. So what are the key issues that will be discussed during that meeting?
Actually, so we discussed, so actually old VC they given the, permission and all. But new VC and registrar, they are our side. Means they are against this one. So they don't want to construct any kind of religious institution in the university, and they don't want to disturb the peace and harmony here. So because they are also opposing, but still they are constructing. Who? Why? What motive behind this?
Correct. So as the construction is on there, you guys are also protesting on the premises. So will this protest continue, because BBMP has not stopped its work? There's also a security which has been stepped up. It's very clear that the students are not allowed to that area now.
Yes,
so will this protest continue?
Yes, madam. It may depends. For example, here today also they in Pariksha Bhavan in Bangalore University Administration Office, they also installed the Ganesha idol. Actually, Ganesha Chaturthi is over, and so this controversy is going on. Why they want to install that idol now? Why they didn't do before? It
One
means
last
they want
question to you,
create-
sir. It all started with that, you see the hijab, then the textbook row as well.
Yeah.
Now we are also saying this temple construction that is happening on the premises is not that you guys want to support it, that's you don't want it to happen at all. So do you think the state government is actually doing everything purposefully?
Yeah, it may be possibly. Why? Because usually some other what we can call that in Kannada I can say that so Hinduized organization. Their main aim is to create the disturbance in the educational institutes. It may be a hijab, or it may be you may see that Karnataka government they try to ban that egg and all and textbook. They impose their philosophy and all into the young minds. So they don't want to create the scientists or some kind of intellectuals in the universities. They want bhaktas. So these bhaktas they helps to create, means they want for the election.
Correct. So that's the whole point. You see, they are saying that the state government is focused on creating more bhakts but not the intellectual minds. So that's what the students have to say, but they are also saying that the protest will not stop here. They will continue protesting.
Right, Ritu, it's important to also talk about how even the students are done and dusted with the controversies that are taking place one after the other, especially when it comes to, you know, religion and religion being associated with the education sector.
Yes, that's the whole point that we are discussing, that the state government is actually in a news for a lot of reasons, but everything has been a wrong reason itself. Education department in specific is under a scanner. You see, there every month there has been a one or the other news, whether that is about a hijab that we're discussing or a textbook row or about the content as well that was being focused from the state government side, the egg related issue as well. So there have been all these issues that have been raised, and you have seen the state government responding it to as to this kind of an issue. But in specifically, let me put this out to you. Remember what the state, the education minister had also had to say on this. He said that it's all because this particular party, the BJP party, after coming into power, is trying to provide a good patriotic lessons to the students, but students are all taking it in a other manner. So that has been a word as well from the education minister, but we'll have to wait and see to how the state government is going to respond to this particular issue of the Bengaluru University now.
Right, Ritu. As far as the temple row is concerned, what are the kind of reactions that have poured in? Has there been any formal statement that has come in from the ruling BJP government there?
See, for now, no leader wants to comment on this whole issue, because they say it's all as per the procedure that it is taking place. But yes, that now Bengaluru students are also up in arms. They are also saying that they won't be stopping in this protest here. They are likely to approach the governor as well. They'll also